What's up, guys? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net, and today I'm on a train. It is Friday. It is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am done for the day. I'm actually going home, just answering phones and getting a few jobs done, doing a little of my scheduling on my phones before the end of my day shift, which is now. But I decided to do a training tip, and I started looking around on the junk removal discussion group. It's called Junk Removal Moving and Dumpster Diving or something like that page on Facebook, and I decided to answer a question. So here's the question. It's a great training tip about a hoarder house. This guy says, I need some advice. Jason Marino. I need some advice. We are awarded a large hoarder house cleanout. It appears that there's shit and piss everywhere, just about, and I haven't seen it in person. Can anybody tell me what they recommend for safety? Obviously a good mask, but what else would you recommend? This is my first clean out, so like this, I like to be prepared. Thanks in advance. Well, here it goes, guys. I'm a professional at this thing, so I have seen plenty of homes and plenty of properties that have human feces, have animal feces and piss, and just really crack houses, you know what I mean? So this is not a hard thing to do. Here's what I like to do. It's the most economical and the best way to make money, especially if you bid on a high price. Most of the times when you bid on something like this, I always like to throw out to the owner of the house or whoever's going to pay you that there's a few hazardous things such as needles from heroin or crack use. There's going to be feces from either animals or humans, urine. So anything like that is going to be hazardous to deal with. So I always throw those out there, and I always say, listen, I don't charge extra for this. When I do these clean outs, I just charge a bulk price. So let's say you just happen to bid on a hoarder house over $5,000, between $5,000 to $15,000. You're already in it kind of deep. You're going to spend a lot of money to make a lot of money. So let's get through it really fast and talk about what you need. First of all, if it's really, really bad, yes, go to Home Depot, get a Tyvek suit, okay, or some people call it Tivek. I call it a Tyvek suit, and be sure to get some good gloves that needles won't go through, something with good tips, rubber tips on the end of it, because usually you'll know when you hit a needle or something like that, something that's sharp. Get some needle, then get some tape and tape it around. Be prepared, it's going to be very hot in that suit, so you need to work really fast. Always wear boots. You always want to wear some combat boots. Now, I get my boots from a police officer's house that I go to. He calls me once every 6 months, and he gives me all his old boots. So I have military boots on. That's what I use. The police, he's works for the SWAT. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it. It's Dallas SWAT. So I go to his house about one time a month to pick up. He's a carpenter on the side, so I do a lot of the carpentry for him. I haul it off for him. So he gives me all his police boots that are issued by the police department. He gives them to me, and we just happen to both wear size 14. So with that, I always recommend that you use boots that are very constructed. What is it with the nose metal? The metal nose on it. Oh my, metal toe, steel toe. Oh my gosh, I went blank. Steel toe boots. I always wear steel toe, and then I also get my Tyvek suit, and I put duct tape on the ankles and duct tape on my wrist so nothing gets through. Usually I don't cover my face as much, but I always wear my shades just in case nothing gets in my eyes. With that, I start working to clean out the house. Now, the fastest way to do a hoarder house is, of course, to rent a dumpster from a competing dumpster company. I rarely use my own vehicles when I do this, and the reason why is because I'm going to have to make a lot of trips using my own vehicles to the landfill, and I don't want to incur that time. I want to be on the property as much as I can so I can get it done a lot faster. That is one of the reasons why I always rent other people's dumpsters. I'm going to tell you something. I've done these hoarder houses where I've dropped 3 of my dumpsters on the property, and half the time I'm picking them up, dumping them, bringing them back, emptying them out, picking them up, dumping them, bringing them back, and then it's taken me forever to do a house. It just takes me 2 or 3 days to do it that way. When I rent a 40-yard dumpster, I put it on the property, I fill it up, I leave, I do so much more bulk trash with a 40-yard dumpster from another company than using my 12-yard dumpster. It would take almost four of my 12-yard dumpsters to fill up a 40-yard dumpster. Does that make sense? So why do all that trip? I might as well just pay for it. So think about this. If I dump 4 times my 4 dumpsters, that are going to equal out to about 48 square yard dumpster when I can rent a 40-yard dumpster. So we're just going to say that. If I rent out, take one of my dumpsters to the landfill, they're going to charge me $52. So let's just take that equation, 52, 52, 52, 52, and say how much that is, which is $208. Okay, 208 bucks, and I'm already deep 208. Now, how about the time it takes me to take those to the landfill also, and come back the fuel, and just my time when I can be spent just loading the stuff up and watching the employees the whole time, that they're not sitting on their ass not doing anything. So I can help out with that. That's why I rent dumpsters from other competitors of mine. Actually, it's a lot economical for you. By the time you get the gas and the time that you spend, you're well over the price of a dumpster at $400 or $500. So my dumpsters, my 40-yard dumpsters, I rent them from a company here near me, and they cost me $500 flat. It is $500 flat fee. It's up to about, I think it's 3.5 tons, and I never do that. I never go over the tonnage. It doesn't even matter. So I always ask them to drop a dumpster, and we fill it, and then if I need another one, I'll fill that one too. But that's the fastest way to do a clean out. Okay, all the recycle, usually if it's a hoarder house, I'm going to tell you about the neighborhood it's going to be in. It's going to be in the ghetto. It's not going to be the best neighborhood in the world. So all the recycle, what I do is I'll take the recycle, pots and pans, TVs, and I leave it at the curb. And as you're doing this hoarder house, you'll notice the people will stop by and pick up that stuff because they know it's for free and they can take it and recycle it themselves. Listen, the reason I don't recycle when I'm doing a hoarder house is, first of all, there's other people that need to make money also, okay? Second of all, it's time consuming, and all I'm gonna do is a couple of 20, 30, 40 bucks here and there. It's not worth my time to do that when I'm going to make $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 off this hoarder house. So when you're doing a clean out that is a hoarder house, that's the way to do it. Be sure you're properly dressed with a Tyvek suit, good gloves, good boots, some glasses. Another thing is rent dumpsters. Be sure you rent big dumpsters so you can throw all the trash in. Let the dumpsters work for you, okay? And the last thing is put all the recycling on the end of the street. Let other people make money off of you. Those are also the people that will want to come inside the house and take stuff from the house too, and that always helps me out a lot. Anyway guys, this is how to clean out a hoarder house and how to dress properly during a hoarder clean out. Don't forget guys, if you like my videos, subscribe over there to the right side, and on the left side check out my other videos. Also, this is training tips because I'm on a train going from Dallas to Fort Worth. Bye bye guys.